Tell us a little bit about him. Tell us about your son.
My son was the greatest person I have ever met. He was a very funny person. I remember exactly what happened that day. We were in my studio, surrounded by music and art, which was our main reason in life. Feel love and also give love. We were a very happy family before all this happened. Joaquin was having fun with that drum set, making jokes. I was with my cell phone, playing with him that comedy moment. So again, this is back to another name on Joaquin's story. This is about Joaquin Oliver, not about Louis C.K. or the guy from yesterday. I'm dealing with comedians. I'm dealing with comedians inside Capitol Hill and outside of Capitol Hill. And the reason that I did that video for the Louis C.K. thing is because I want to make sure that I'm part of this fight in the best possible way. What do I know? What are my skills? I'm in the advertising business. I'm a creative person and I'm an artist. That's who I am. I don't wear ties, I don't wear suits, I don't go to meetings with politicians. So I'll do my side of the job by communicating the right message to people, to the majority. Because we need to understand that there's a big group that is supporting what we're doing, and it's only increasing every single day. So I'll keep on fighting this in a non-traditional way. And I feel that I'm qualified for that, and I'm trying to stay strong with the help of my son, wherever he is right now, and of course my wife and my daughter, to make this happen.
Mike Barnicle.
You know, listening to you, Mr. Oliver, it strikes me, and I'm sure it strikes everyone on this panel as parents, that you belong to a club that no parent ever wants to join. You've buried your son. And so yesterday, I'm wondering, as you watched that congressman point at you and basically telling the country that a wall along the Mexican border would be more helpful than anything having to do with the elimination or the restriction of gun ownership and usage, how do you deal with something as irrational as that coming from an elected official?
Well, it's not only irrational, it's wrong, but it's also a big contradiction coming from them. What happens here, and I don't get it. I was also in the State of the Union listening to our president, and I don't understand why some deaths are more important than others, and how we are trying to solve a small portion of our victims and not the big picture. We assume that we have a perfect system that is allowing people to defend themselves, and that's all we think about. Now here's the thing. If we really are concerned about people dying from illegal aliens that are criminals, or from Americans, or from whoever gets out there and is a bad person and kills someone, then we should worry about all of them, the big picture of it. So the contradiction is, yes, we want to save lives, but wait a minute, the wall will save 4,000. What about the other 40,000? You know who's an immigrant? I'm an immigrant. I did things by the book. My son came from Venezuela. I was trying to find a safer life in here. He got shot by an American white dude. So what's the answer for that? If I don't get it from them, they will get it from me. That's my point.
Mr. Oliver, it's Willie Geist. Thank you for sharing these thoughts about your son. By all accounts, was just a remarkable young man and lost his life at 17 years old. As you said, you moved here 15 years ago with your family from Venezuela. You all became citizens of this country. You chose Parkland because it was a safe place with good schools, or so you thought until last February. I'm wondering, though, what you believe as a practical matter ought to be done about guns in this country. You've unfortunately had to become well-versed over the last year in the gun debate in America. What do you think is realistic that can change in this country with regard to guns?
Well, Number one, I've been in other countries. I've been all these years. I've been exchanging, educating myself into what other nations have done, and they just didn't deal with it as soon as they knew it was a dangerous position. We need to make sure that we pass some common sense bills like the universal